The Fulbright program is an American scholarship program of competitive merit-based grants for international education. Exchange students, this could obviously include scholars, teachers, professionals, scientists, and artists, founded by United States Senator J.W. Fulbright in 1946. The program was established to increase mutual understanding between the people of the United States and other countries through the exchange of persons' knowledge and skills. It is one of the most prestigious scholarships in the world. And joining me in the studio with more on this program is Professor Bill Sverdlik, excuse me if I mispronounce the name, Professor in the Department of Computer Science at the Eastern Michigan University, as well as Dr. Kauna Mufeti, the Associate Dean of the School of Computing, Faculty of Science, University of Namibia. Good morning, doctors. Welcome to GMN.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Maybe you could just briefly introduce yourselves and give us a little bit of a scope in terms of how you're associated with the Fulbright program. Doctor, we'll start with you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a professor of computer science at Eastern Michigan University, like you said, and I applied for a Fulbright scholarship specifically to come here to Namibia. I had corresponded with Dr. Mufeti for quite some time. I was very motivated to come here, and I applied, and they liked my application. So I got to spend a wonderful year here in Namibia.
Great stuff. Dr. Mufeti, you've obviously just telling me before the interview that you are going to the United States. Maybe give us a little bit of background in terms of this particular Fulbright African Research Scholarship that you're on, and what sparked the interest for this program?
Good morning, Namibia, once again. I have always wanted to apply for the scholarship. When Professor Bill came to the university last year, definitely that gave me a momentum to apply for the scholarship, and he has encouraged us to do that in the School of Computing. So I applied last year in August, and I was informed recently that I've been successful. So I'm looking forward to going to the U.S.
Where will you be going to in the U.S.?
I will be going to Eastern Michigan University.
Okay, so this is a true exchange.
It is a true exchange, yes.
Okay. Doctor, talk to us a little bit about what is the value in you having come here. What are some of, maybe I can ask you also, what are some of the benefits that you saw that having a professor from the Eastern Michigan University, what are some of the values that you brought to this exchange?
The values that I brought here to Namibia.
Or that you gained, or that you experienced, or that you shared?
Well, certainly just enjoying the culture and the people here was wonderful. Certainly I take a lot of this back home with me. Namibia is not a place a lot of Americans know where it is, so they certainly know where it is after they speak with me. The cultural exchange, in terms of bringing Dr. Mufeti over to the States, we're very excited about that. When she was preparing her application, I conferred with folks back at my university, and I said, would you be interested in a Namibian scholar coming over? And I received very positive responses from our linguistics department, from our African American Studies department, our history department. People are very excited to have Dr. Mufeti come over. So I think it's a win-win situation.
Okay, that's
We're
great.
really excited.
Doctor, what did you experience in terms of having Professor Bill here in Namibia? How was that in terms of bringing impetus towards the department at the university?
I think we were very lucky to have him in the Department of Computer Science and the School of Computing at UNAM. He has assisted us in teaching some of the courses that we did not have professors for, postgraduate courses. He has taught at the master's level. He was involved in teaching the cryptography and network security course, and he has also taught discrete mathematics, and he has supervised postgraduate students, and he's also currently supervising postgraduate students, although he's now back in Eastern Michigan. Actually, at the moment, he's just visiting us for 1 week, and he has come to consult with his students. In fact, the students are consulting him, and he will be spending a few weeks with us before going back to Eastern Michigan. And of course, it was a rewarding experience for us also, because two of us got to apply for the Fulbright scholarship through him, and we both got the accepted.
Okay. Dr. Bill, obviously you were teaching here last year. What are some of the gaps that you noticed in terms of the programs and the quality of the programs that are offered between an institution like Eastern Michigan and the University of Namibia? What areas could be strengthened within this department to be especially globally competitive in terms of the students that are coming out from there?
Good question. The program at UNAM is actually quite good. You'll find that in a discipline like computer science, there is a lot of standardization across institutions all around the world. I think one of the things I noted at UNAM, and this is by no means unique to UNAM, I see it back home as well, computer scientists need a fairly good background in mathematics, and a lot of students run from math, which is really a shame. I personally think mathematics is a lot of fun. So I did notice that, but again, that's something that I've noted back home. One of the things that I saw in my year at UNAM that I thought was particularly good is there's a very strong emphasis on communication skills, that they really, they have the students take classes in writing, in presentation skills, also in research methods. And that's something that we don't do back at my school. And that is certainly one of the things that I brought back home with me. That perhaps we need to formalize that a bit more. So I think that's really great.
But what's interesting is obviously the continuity around, having somebody like Dr. Bill come in, fill a gap that is very needed. How do we ensure the sustainability of that type of skill within the computing department? Ms. Mufeti?
At the moment, we have signed a memorandum of understanding with Eastern Michigan University. We are hoping that Professor Bill will continue teaching in our courses through, because obviously we have online instruction at the moment, and we are taking full advantage of that. We are hoping that by going to the States, we will be meeting with other experienced professors at Eastern Michigan, and we intend to take full advantage of this and make sure that we have a network of professors that are willing to participate and work with us at the university.
So there is a succession plan.
There is a succession plan.
Again, just maybe if you can tell people who are obviously our viewers listening, why should they be part of this initiative of the Fulbright program? Where can they find out more information regarding it?
Okay. First of all, I encourage all students to take any opportunities that they can get to study overseas. I don't think it matters whether you're going to Botswana or the United States. The opportunity to live and work in another country, I think, is a life-changing event. Given that, I've had lots of inquiries from colleagues as well as students about studying in the United States. One of the primary concerns is cost, and there are lots of ways to address that issue. As Dr. Mufeti just mentioned, our two institutions have signed an agreement, and one of the things that does is it will permit Namibian students to come to Eastern Michigan University and pay in-state tuition. That is a significant savings. The other thing that students should be aware of, students and professionals, is that Fulbright offers financial assistantships. There are awards out there. In fact, I just heard that 4 Namibians have won the Fulbright Award to come pursue master's degrees in the United States. So if financial issues are the question, I would strongly encourage people to contact the American Cultural Center, part of the embassy. There is, in fact, an information session next week. I believe it's on May 15th. For finding sources of financial support to come to the States and study. And we'd love to have them.
Okay. Dr. Mufeti, with regards to just encouraging people to be part of this program, and also what do you hope to gain from your experience in the United States?
Yes, the Eastern Michigan University that we are going to is one of the well-known institutions, especially in information assurance and information systems. And we are just busy introducing a program in cybersecurity, a postgraduate program in cybersecurity, as well as in information systems that was introduced last year. I really hope that I will tap a lot of experience from here, from there. And as I indicated already, that I am expecting to meet with experienced professors that are willing to work with us. So I am expecting to have a academically rewarding experience and a culturally enriching experience as well that I can bring back with me to Namibia. And I also hope that this is going to open up doors for our students. We have plans to meet with local industry in Michigan, and I hope that we will have opportunities for student internships also in Michigan, students coming from Namibia going to Michigan. Okay. So we are looking forward to a very long working relationship with Eastern Michigan University.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Any concluding remarks, Dr. Bill?
Just that it's a blast to be here. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for making time out for our program this morning. And all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think from my side, I would just like to thank the Fulbright committee for awarding us this scholarship to go to the States, and we intend to make full use of it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for making time out. Well, maybe there you have it, Fulbright program. That is obviously a program offered by the U.S. Embassy. If you want more information, there's an information session taking place on the 15th of May. Do contact the American Cultural Center. That is obviously in the Sanlam building, 3rd floor. If you want more information, you can also hit them up on Facebook, would be another place where you can find out more information. But I'm a Fulbright scholar, and I can definitely tell you it is a worthy experience, having spent 2 years in the United States and being back here in the country, because you have to come back to your country after you are done. So that is an obligation in terms of ensuring that you give your nation the skills that is required. 7 o'clock news, Theo standing by. Let's cross over for that. We'll be back in the second half of GMN on the Monday. Stay with us as we continue informing the nation. Over to